Retry. Let's go get notifications. Let's get some bloody notifications, shall we? All right, soup. Get right, soup. Okay. Good evening, humans. So, stop, y'all. Come on. You gotta stop. Stop. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. What are you doing? You just always want to get into something, huh? You can't just never relax. I mean, what is this doing? All right, so what's up, y'all? Hope you guys are having a good evening. I am going to break some things down to y'all concerning this. A lot of you guys, you got to understand, and I can't tell you enough on how many guys I try to help. And they just don't seem to get it. They seem not to want to understand. So I'm gonna break it down to you like this. So if you don't understand, so just so you can understand, you know how you hear Black women say, they made us throw our man out the house, and then they made us get on Section 8. You never hear a gun, they put a gun to our head. You never hear this. You hear the feminist movement. You don't hear no men saying nothing about how we was tricked. You don't hear, you hear them also saying, well, they tricked us in the feminist movement. The feminist movement tricked us into liberating ourselves from men, and then 40 years later, after the destruction of family, now, oh, the feminist movement, nothing. You also see, there was one woman in your life that you liked, that you thought was a beautiful person. You thought was a beautiful woman. And then you seen her talking to a no good thug dude, and he had her under some spell. These all, if you add all this stuff up, it all equals to the thing that I will tell you guys over and over again. Women will claim they're strong and they're not. I don't know women to be strong. I don't know what movie y'all listen to, what speech y'all heard them say, but women are not strong. There's no perspective and narrative or version of no woman that's strong. So y'all can believe it if y'all want to. And so with that being said, this is the reason why a lot of you guys, your ex-wife or your child's mom or ex-girlfriend, once they get an attorney, you don't know them no more. Because just like the feminist movement told them, liberate yourself from men when we didn't have power over them. Just like welfare told black women, get your man out of the house, we'll give you $2. Yeah, I know to introduce you to the struggle and your kids won't have a dad, but we'll give you $2. A gun wasn't used, nothing. Then 40 years later, oh, they told us. They come up with all these perspectives and narratives. This is what y'all got to understand. When it comes to women, everybody dog walk them to their demise because they're so dumb. When it comes to anything hurting a man, they're all in, number one. And number two, they just can't see what's going on in their lives at the moment. They wait. Women, this is why you'll see a woman with 5 kids by 5 different dudes, got the babies pumped in her back to back to back to back to back. And now she's talking about how she now understands her worth. She now understands her value. Didn't understand it after the first baby. Didn't understand it after the second baby. Didn't understand it after the third baby. The 4th baby didn't do it. But 5 babies later, living through hell, struggling and everything, now they understand their worth. This is why once a woman gets an attorney, it's war. 732-875-9111. Like this video, by the way, and call us. We specialize in helping chicks understand. Your attorney is going to dog walk you all he want or all she want, but you will get an L. You will get an L. We help them understand that. Because now, with that being said, the reason why this perspective now. The reason why women do as attorneys say, because attorneys don't have no true win pattern in court. There is no once this happens, they get a victory. This is what I tell you guys. There are no laws governing family court. So in order for attorneys, the reputation of attorneys to be intact, they have to constantly keep telling women, get a restraining order. That's the first thing you do. Get a restraining order. Oh, what happens with that? Oh, he don't get to see the kids, and then I'll do the rest. This is why I specialize. Listen, if I don't specialize in nothing else, I specialize in restraining orders. The way you respond to a restraining order, it will have. You can respond to something that unbeknownst to you, you will justify what they're saying because of how you respond to it. This is why every time an individual have a restraining order with me, the individual lose. And if you don't want to believe me, go find Atia LaShawn Bradley and ask her what happened when she put the restraining order on me. See, I don't pay no attention to the restraining order. The judge got dog walked into a narrative. I always ask him, what were you shown to violate my constitutional rights like this? What were you shown? Could you present the evidence to me? Oh, well, we got to come to court and you got to submit. I don't got to submit nothing. You can't submit anything to a lie. And this is what y'all don't understand. If a person lies on you, how could you sit down there and mount up a fight against something that never happened? This is, give me a second. I'm back. This is the thing that gets me more than anything. Atia LaShawn Bradley tried it on me twice and twice failed. But people, I've seen restraining orders evolve. I've seen them. Now you got to give up the keys to the car. You got to take your name off the lease. I mean, it is just crazy with restraining orders nowadays. But understand, this is the winning tactic that family court attorneys use, both women and men. If you're fighting your child's mom, if y'all break up, once y'all break up, only converse with her via chat, only talk to her via camera. That instantly stops a restraining order, all right? Because let me tell you, I have had individuals went into we ain't talking protocol. I had a woman file a restraining order on one of my clients 1 month and 1 day later. They broke up like April 18th. She filed a restraining order on May 19th. And I was like, well, did you see her? No. She left my house, took the baby. I haven't seen the baby since. And 1 month and 1 day later, she files a restraining order. Why do you think that is? Anybody? Why do you think a woman left a man April 18th, 1 month and 1 day later? My client didn't see the baby, didn't hear from her or nothing. He gets a letter in the mail 1 month and 1 day later, she files for a restraining order. Why do you think that is? Anybody? Who said that? You guessed it. She went and got an attorney, and guess what the attorney did? Oh, say that he lied and said he was going to kill your whole family. That's why she got a restraining order. He ain't say nothing to her. He told her he was going to kill her whole family. That was in Mexico. She was in the U.S. by herself, and her family was in Mexico. So because he didn't know where she was at, he just miraculously said, I'm gonna kill you and your whole family. What sense do that make? It makes none at all. But this is what happens with family court attorney and why they do it. Hey, you got a family court attorney? Ask your attorney why they do that. Ask them. Remember, I had a client, 2 years they had week-to-week custody. All of a sudden, she don't want week-to-week custody no more. His attorney, remember, he had us on a ghost service. Our ghost service, $400. While you have your attorney, we'll teach you how to use your attorney. Everything your attorney say to you, you don't answer. You let us answer it. Don't say nothing, all right? All of a sudden, his attorney sends him an email or whatever. Your child's mom is opposing counsel is filing for full legal and physical. Why? Oh, she said there's abuse. Is there anything of abuse? As opposed to saying, remember yesterday, opposed to saying, no, you're not gonna. No, you should have told them, no, they're not. This is what we responded. I responded via him. I drafted him up a response, emailed it to him. Then he emailed that response to his attorney. And the response said this: I'm confused as to why you're asking me this. As my attorney, you should have said we had week-to-week custody ever since birth. The child is now 2 years old. So you're not filing nothing against my client. My client did nothing wrong, and you're not filing anything against my client. The attorney ain't gonna say that. All family court attorneys do, every time their opposing counsel come up with something, it affects your custody. Oh, opposing counsel said you fart. You got fartitis? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they're filing for, they're filing for you don't have to custody no more. Cause I fart? She fart too. Yeah, when she fart, it's a different grade of ethanol. This is what they do. I want to be clear. I got nothing against a prosecutor. I got nothing against a defense attorney. Nothing. It's just family court attorneys. Why do you think that is? Why do you think I don't like family court attorneys? Why do you think that is? Enough with the guessing. You know why? Because a family court attorney won't tell you there are no laws governing family court. A family court attorney will tell you, I will do my best, but it's up to the judge. It's not up to the judge. One day, y'all gonna realize the black ugly dude on YouTube and social media, the black ugly dude, that dude, the black ugly dude, the dude that wrote this book, When Dads Cry, the dude, one day y'all gonna realize the ugly dude is right. There are no laws governing family court. And if a judge is to protect my constitutional rights to a fair trial, why am I being told we don't want to piss the judge off? Why do I hear the judge ain't going to do that? Why do you guys hear this judge don't give equal custody? This judge don't give, this judge is big on the child being stable in one place. And why? Why? When a judge is just that, I'm supposed to take my issues to the judge, you take yours, the mother take theirs, and the judge supposed to be the one where everything makes sense. I just filed a motion yesterday against a guy that used to have us on a retainer. Then he came back because his attorney, this woman, lived in 3 different states in 6 months. 3 different states. She lived in Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. In 3 months, in 6 months, she moved 3 different states. He left, then he came back, he retained us last week. Guess what? The Oklahoma address that she said and used the court, and they said that she got, because I said to myself, how did you file first and she get jurisdiction? I said, and how does she got jurisdiction in Oklahoma, but you had gone to court? No, it was Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas. I'm sorry. Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas. I said, how is it that y'all in court in Louisiana, but your attorney and her attorney says Oklahoma got jurisdiction? And your order was made in court in Louisiana. How is that possible? 4 months later, you were right. I asked another judge and he couldn't understand this neither. But he had a judge, he had an attorney, and her attorney dog walked him. Now all of a sudden, the house that she was living in Oklahoma, he said something to her via the chat app. And she said, well, I don't live in Oklahoma no more. That was her father. So wait a minute. You was from Texas, you came to college here in Louisiana, I dicked you down and you had a baby. And then when the baby was born, you boogied back to Indiana. You boogied back to Oklahoma. You told the court you was living with your dad. Now the baby is here. We got this. Now you don't live in Oklahoma. Y'all take situations like this. Let me back that up. A family court takes situations like this to court, and somehow the mother still wins. The mother wins custody. How? How is this happening? Let me tell you how it happened. It happened because you got a family court attorney. And that's why I don't like family court attorneys. There are no laws governing family court. I'm gonna just keep it at what they say that day in the streets. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. Family court attorneys, they don't do nothing but turn nothing into something. If the mother don't got no place to live, that don't mean nothing right now. But if you told her, you're going to bring me my baby, she can file a restraining order and you threatened her. And she can strap the baby to her back and go from house to house, place to place, shelter to shelter. She's trying to get on her feet. Oh, she's trying. This client down in Louisiana, when I drafted up the motion, he had his house for 7 years. He'd been living at the same residence for 7 years. How do he got 140 days custody? He got April to July. April, he got custody from April, May, and June. July, he gives the baby back. Then he gets the baby from the middle of August to some. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this, man? What kind of custody arrangement is this? Oh, yeah, but I didn't agree to it. So we drafted up a whole new motion that, no, Mm-mm. It is amazing. This is what family court attorneys do. They'll sit down there and tell you, oh, we coming up with stuff. And what they do is what all of them do. They promote lies. This is why you could have told your child's mom, I'm going to slap it out of you 2 years ago. And all of a sudden, 2 years later, now it's being brought up. Oh, he did threaten me 2 years ago. Yep, he did. Family court attorneys promote this because there are no laws governing family court. And because there are no laws governing family court, that family court attorney will sit down there and come up with something. He'll be fighting that. This is what they do. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Remember, I had a client in Texas. Remember, my client in Texas. 37 years old, military, former military. 2 weeks before he got to go to trial, he goes pick his child up. The child not there. Some dude approaches him, hand him a letter. You were served. He gets a restraining order. She claimed that when he dropped the kids off last time, both of the kids said, Daddy, Mommy, Daddy, and spun their hand around their private part. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Mommy, what? Daddy? What the fuck is that? What is that? He gets a restraining order. He calls me up. People, there's a rule that I have when you retain me. Let's start having some fun. Remember, you probably remember the story. He calls me up. No, he does consultation. We go to a consultation. He always had a lady on the phone with him. He's telling me, hey man, blah, 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 blah. I said, you finished? He goes on a 20-minute spill. I said, you finished, man? God damn. You finished? Yeah, man. I said, gosh, man, I was over here dozing off, man. What do you mean, man? This is my life. I said, this is your life. I want y'all to pay real close attention to what I'm about to say. This is a man that got accused of raping his 2 kids. I want y'all to listen to what I'm about to say. He told me he got accused of raping his 2 kids, sodomizing, whatever you want to call it. And I laughed at him. Anybody want to figure out why I laughed at him? A person that understands law and the game and antics that family court attorneys say. You can take this story to your family court attorney and say, why do y'all do this? And see what he said. So I started laughing. You finished, man? I was over here dozing off. Man, this is my life, is what he said. I said, let me ask you a question. Tell me if this sounds right. I said, let me ask you a question, my man. I said, who are you? What do you mean? I said, who are you, bro? Are you somebody famous? Okay, I'll get back to that. Did they put the cuffs on too tight? No, I didn't speak to an attorney. No, I didn't get arrested. So let me get this right. Okay, you didn't get arrested. How much was your bail? I didn't get locked up or nothing. So you mean to tell me you sodomized your 2 kids and all you got was a restraining order? You see why I'm laughing? You see why I'm laughing? This is a prop job by an attorney. This is another prop job. You hear what I said? This is a prop job by an attorney. Who do you think drafted up the motion to put an end to this ultra shit? Ultra. I give you 2 guesses, but you only need one. And just so you don't understand, I'm pointing to him. So I drafted up a motion for his restraining order. And I said, are you really entertaining this in your courtroom? If you're really going to entertain this, you might as well recuse yourself. Because you seriously believe somebody is going to sodomize their 2 kids. And instead of calling the cops, that woman is going to run to her attorney office. Her attorney is going to say, oh, no. Draft up a motion. Come on with me now. Stay with me now. Draft up a motion. Send it to his thing. File that immediately. Then wait. Because he had custody every 2 weeks. She said it happened. I want y'all to listen. It happened after he dropped him off his last 2 weeks to it. So 2 weeks later, oh, my kids, did y'all serve them yet? Do you seriously? Yeah, I can tell y'all would have believed that story, wouldn't you? Yeah, y'all get scared when you get restraining orders, don't you? Yeah, you do. Shut up. Yes, you do. The judge threw it out and then recused himself. He was a good, dumb judge. This is why I say, listen, I'm a nerd. I'll tell y'all, I drive a Nissan Leaf, for crying out loud. I'm a nerd. You can't outthink me. My litigation skills, top notch. After all, week before last, we had a dummy up in Rochester, New York, say, the reason why he comes in here and clown the courts is because he's being helped by Christopher Smith of the League of Dads. Yeah. I'm going to get a copy of that and I'm going to let y'all see it. But it says, and I quote, the reason why he comes to court and clown the courts is because he getting helped by Christopher Smith of the League of Dads. That's me. That's me. Because if I tell y'all my protocol is let's start having some fun, what the makes you think? What kind of protocol? Okay, hold on. Y'all need another sample, yes? Yeah, you do. All right. My man in Brooklyn, I got a dude in Brooklyn. His child's mom is one of them. I got a degree, so I'm that type of black woman. I got a degree. I'm gonna be just clear with something, y'all. I specialize in baby mamas with degrees. I specialize in them. I specialize in baby mamas with degrees. I have a special spot on the tip of my boot for their asshole. Let me say that again. I have a special place on the tip of my boot for black women with degrees. So what does she do? She do what they think they do. She goes and get her a white woman attorney. And the white woman attorney comes up with something I've never seen before in the 25 years I've been helping dads. He was threatened with prison time if he didn't come to court on a custody order. So you mean to tell me for custody, if I don't come, I get locked up? You guys normally hear this when it comes to child support. Yes? Say something, somebody. Y'all quiet tonight. Oh, dear my. Right? That's what you normally hear. But because she said drastic change of circumstances, because we filed for perjury, that she not letting them see the kid, we filed for perjury. So the judge says, I'm going to throw a curveball. Drastic change of circumstances. You're hereby ordered. You better come to court. The school said that he came up there on 7 different instances and threatened the staff if he didn't give him his child. He went up there and lied to the school and said he's the primary parent. So he told, he's my client. So he told, I'm pointing to him again. So y'all probably would go with the scenario. We responded with LOL. This is funny. I love your little black man narrative situation, Caucasian attorney. But here's the problem with your statement. We actually called the principal of the school and said, you're going to be part of a 3-part lawsuit against you, the attorney, and the baby mama. You will be a co-defendant. Primary will be the judge because she's the spokesperson, the child's mom for being a co. Write this down, y'all. Ask your attorney, would they have done this? Or ask your attorney, is this the thing to do? I'm giving y'all some sauce. So I drafted up and I said, the problem with your perspective is we sent a letter to the vice principal of the school in Brooklyn, and the vice principal sent the email swiftly and said, we checked with our entire staff. There's no record of none of this. Oh, we checked with the entire staff. So when I drafted up the motion, I said to the white female attorney, here's a problem with your motion. You took an oath to protect people's constitutional rights, not violate them. This is unethical what you're doing here. but I knew it was unethical. Now, when I say all this, I'm saying it in my client's name. You know how I knew this was all a lie? You have no exhibits to go along with this. You have no testimony from nobody. The only thing she put is Exhibit A, the original custody order. But let me tell y'all what she did. She didn't come to the hearing. The one that she told him, you better come or get locked up. She then told the court, I can't make it. Rescheduled and then filed that motion again. Let me tell y'all why she did that. You got to go to law school to know this. Let me make sure y'all hear what I'm about to say. You got to go to law school. You got to go to law school. You got to go to law school to know this. The reason why she didn't come in that hearing and then filed everything again, she didn't think that we would file the same response again. We filed the exact same motion. We just changed the date. The reason why we did that is because once she would have filed that motion was only good for the court date that we had. When she rescheduled, our response was wiped clean. I need y'all to follow me here. Some real clutter going on. So once we responded and said, oh, you're lying, we checked with the school and they got an email. We entered that email as Exhibit B. We had another exhibit for the lie, what we told her. You took an oath. We put to her oath what she was supposed to do. And then Exhibit B was the email from the principal. So we refiled it again. And like I said, the reason why we refiled it, when she didn't come and said, hey, something came up, I can't go to this court hearing. Then she refiled the motion stating that he went to the school 7 times. We refiled the motion again, stating that we already went. Because had he would have went to court without refiling it, it was like he said nothing. It was like he never responded to it. This is why y'all lose. This is why y'all get dog walked into all these narratives. This is why. This is why. This is why. You know, I want to be clear. I want to be clear. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Come on, stop with me. I ain't got no thumbs up. Damn. Wow. But okay. So we'll just do it like that. We'll just say, we got you. You tried to do it. It's not happening. We're going to let that be that. And people, that's what it gets down to. When you guys are fighting these women, when they get attorneys, immediately go into bust mode, go into battle mode. Stop. A lot of you guys, the unfortunate thing with a lot of you guys, when you fight your child's mom, when y'all go into court, the unfortunate thing that you guys do, you guys, what you guys do is you guys act like, you know, y'all still friends. Y'all not friends. Y'all not friends no more. Y'all not friends. Stop, you know, talking to this woman like y'all friends. Stop saying, that's my baby mom. I don't want to do that. That's my baby mom. You can't do that. You can't do that. Can't do that. You can't do that. Can't do that. You have to understand more than not, when you're fighting these women, it's all about war. It's about nothing else. It's all about war. And when you guys understand that, you'll stop with the nonsense of, that's my baby mom, that's this, that's that. I don't want to. Listen, women don't know how to be nice. Their whole perspective, when y'all are broke up, she's got to justify the breakup with her friends. So this is why they incorporate all these lies and everything. And it's like, oh, well, he did this and he did that, and they got to lie to justify it. I'm going to end this with this. Beet juice. I'm going to end it with this. The reason why women act the way they act is because the courts created them. That's why women are the way they are. Society created women. They did. Society created women. Society created women. Every way that a woman is today, society created them. Western women have been catered to. The fundamentals of society as a whole is crazy. I was watching a video where a dude was standing up in front of this man and he said, I identify as a woman. He said, I'm just curious, do all your friends call you a woman? Yes, all your friends are helping with your delusion. This is society. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. A person says they don't like you. They got a right to do whatever they want, threaten you. We got a woman up in Rochester, New York. This woman gets a restraining order for 2 days. Suck him, polish him off, polishes his butthole for 2 days. And then 11 o'clock at night, decide to execute the restraining order. Just toying with an individual. This is women today. I'm here to tell you, when a woman play with you, then then you must be her toy. But I got a guy that got a $100,000 lawsuit and a $50,000 lawsuit for the games. When you're dealing with a woman that want to be anything other than untruthful, her money should be your money. Let me say that again. When you're dealing with a woman that want to be anything other than untruthful, her money is your money. And don't let your attorney tell you, because I know you still believe in attorneys. Don't let your attorney tell you when she files for a restraining order and they don't get it. Don't let your attorney tell you, the judge is just going to throw it out. No. You filed it. You filed a lie. You need to pay me. When they file restraining orders and lose, you get money. You didn't know that? Oh, that's right. A family court attorney is not going to tell you that. They'll just tell you, they're going to dismiss it. Don't even worry about it. No. You need to be telling her opposing counsel she needs to worry. Yeah. Y'all allow these individuals to play games with you. I'm not allowing no woman to play game with me. It ain't happening. You know why? This may sound odd. I have 6 BMWs and 1 Nissan Leaf. I would say that I'm a pretty decent guy. I am. For 56 years old, I'm a decent guy. I'm not married. I like diamonds. My Billable watch, diamonds. I'm a decent guy. I'm not all that. All right? But I do know I'm better than a bum. I do know I'm better than somebody that ain't got a job. I do know I'm better than somebody that live with their mama as a homeowner and business owner. I do know I'm better than that. But according to women, because this guy got better dick than me, and it ain't like we're gonna sit down there and be like, 1, 2, 3, pull out your dick. Oh, your dick. Oh, yeah. No. According to them, how they rate man system is off. And according to women, they don't choose men based on the number one thing that we all do is strive to be perfection. We strive for life. You went to school, You went to school to have a better life. We all strive for this. But women, these very same things showed me that the majority of them, and when I say majority, I mean like an 80% of them, they choose individuals based on some fictitious thing that only they agree with. And then the next one will pick something that they agree with. And then the next one will pick something and you be like, wait a minute. You live with your mama, you ain't got a job, never had one. You weigh 400 pounds, you sleep with a CPAP and you got limp dick. And what the fuck? And I'm sitting here in shape, healthy. My weakest part of my health is I wear glasses. That's my biggest health issue. I wear glasses. I got multiple streams of income. I got 2 IULs, 2 retirement accounts, retired from the military. I told y'all, I'm nice ice. Damn it. I crack myself up when I do that. I just love doing that. But for some reason, A chick would be like, oh no, he's better than you. How so? How so? So for that, I'm not allowing no woman to grade me. Y'all could. Y'all could let a woman say, well, I think I was dating a woman one time and I didn't let her finish the sentence. I thought, oh, what you don't get to do, a person, your mama, and your daughter, all y'all share a room. So your mama, you and your daughter all live in the same room. You sleep on the floor, your daughter sleep in a car bed, and you gave your mama your bed. And you're going to think you're going to tell me about me. The audacity. Oh, no, you don't get to tell me about me. No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. So I'm just not into that. So because when I look around, I don't see the stable thought process in a woman. I'll see a woman to say to me, she can be paying $3,000 a month in rent. My mortgage is $754, and I showed y'all my neighborhood. I live in a beautiful neighborhood in a quiet street. But a woman to say, well, we need to move in my house because I'm close to my job, and I'm this and I'm that, and all these riddles, when it comes to life, lower living expenses, listen, I can go work at McDonald's and not skip a beat with my lifestyle. Can't get women to understand this. And if you think I'm lying, I'll see you guys here tomorrow at noon. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end it with this. When you get some spare time, please Google woman breaks man out of prison. Do that. Woman breaks man out of prison. You better have some popcorn, and you better have some popcorn in the popcorn maker with a big, at least 2 to 3 year supply of popcorn. And because you're going to be there all that time, looking at all the videos. Then turn around and Google man breaks woman out of prison. Guess what's going to come up? Women breaking men out of prison. Because the last time I checked, not one man decided I'm going to risk my life and try and break a woman out of prison. We ain't stupid like that.